Well, good morning, Guardians! The Hijabi Gamer here, and can you believe it is already Friday? It is amazing how at one moment the week seems to be going so slow, and then all of a sudden you wake up and it's Friday, which means it's time for Xur. So, here we are in Original Destiny, as you can see, the Original Destiny tower, which is my favorite tower. I definitely miss this tower. I mean, seriously, how long is it going to take them to fix the tower? I'm just saying, come on you guys. Apparently they fixed the Cosmodrome wall. In addition, an important reminder to people, because people still ask me about this, alright? Right now, it is 5:30 a.m. in New Jersey. Okay, I am in New Jersey. Xur arrives at 5 a.m. on Friday for me. So that's New Jersey time, alright? Xur leaves the tower for me on Sunday at 5 a.m. That is 5 in the morning. So he's in the tower 48 hours. Now, it's going to be less than 48 hours when you see this video. It's probably going to be 47 or 46. My suggestion, to make your life easier if you don't want to do the whole time zone thing, is set a stopwatch. Like, set a timer on your phone or whatever device, counting down from, to make your life easier, 46 hours. Just to be sure. On the safe side. And then that's how much time you have until Xur arrives. I mean, not Xur arrives, Xur leaves. So, like I said, New Jersey, he arrives on Friday at 5 a.m., 5 in the morning, and he leaves on Sunday at 5 a.m., 5 in the morning, New Jersey. Anyway, oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's one of those funky emotes that you got during one of the events, the holiday events, which we won't be getting, sadly. Unfortunately, we do not get holiday events in Original Destiny. We do not have Iron Banner, and we do not have Trials, but there's still so much content that I highly recommend it. So if you're watching this and you do not have Destiny, I recommend it. Even for $60, you get everything, and that's a lot of content for $60, even without Iron Banner and Trials. Anyway, we are heading to the right. We're not the right, God, cat. We're heading to the left. We are heading to the speaker. And Eva Levante. Eva Levante, in Original Destiny, doesn't leave the tower. She's right over here. There's Eva Levante. And she still talks about herself in the third person, which is just creepy. It's so nice that you have come to visit old Eva. Honey. Clearly, you've hit your head one too many times. Do not refer to yourself. I hate it when they think that referring to yourself in the third person is like character. No, nobody refers to themselves by their third person. Nobody. Unless if somebody were to come up to be like, this is Anna's Game Boy, you'd look at them and be like, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, but this whole Eva Levante thing is just annoying. Anyway, we have Xur, Agent of the Nine. He's by the big door. He does not refer to himself in the third person. And we have some interesting stuff this week. First off, we have the Legacy Engram, which don't get. I mean, unless you have strange coins to burn, which personally, I would go for the heavy ammo synths if you have strange coins to burn. But then it has been basically official and accepted as canon that I'm a heavy ammo synth hoarder. And someone needs to make a thumbnail image of me sitting on a throne of heavy ammo synths, because I need them. Look, I've said I'm a hoarder of stuff I like, and I need heavy ammo synths. I just cannot have enough. So I'm slowly hoarding strange coins, because my goal is 1,000. 372 is not enough. I need 1,000. Now, we have for the Titan, the Empyrean Bellicose. Aiming weapons while airborne holds you in place. With full scope, orbs recharge melee. Now, the orbs thing, unless you're in a fire team, that this is, like I said, this is Original Destiny. Orbs are not an issue unless you're with other people. But I have used this. I remember using aiming weapons while airborne holds you in place, which I thought was really, really cool. Yeah, I do have a Titan. Yeah, but it was very, very cool. That's all I want to say. It's just cool. It also kind of makes you a target when you're floating in the middle of the air. But then I'm just not a fan of Titan Jump. But aiming weapons while airborne holds you in place is kind of cool. It's a kind of cool looking helmet too. It's not like the one for the Warlock, which seriously, look, Bungie, the standard is this. If your helmet is bulkier than the Corpus helmet, you're definitely doing it wrong. Anyway, just for the Hunter, you have the Knucklehead Radar. Radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. This is sort of like Third Eye, the mod Third Eye. Honestly, I have used this very rarely. I do have it. It is right here. It isn't even unlocked, so you can see that is how little I have used Knucklehead Radar. Honestly, I mean, unless you're in Crucible, Knucklehead Radar to me doesn't seem like it's really that helpful. If you're in Crucible, then yes, I can see the benefit to Knucklehead Radar. But I also think that you probably have better better exotics that will give you better bonuses to use in Crucible than Knucklehead Radar. But I can see the benefit of using it in Crucible. Since I rarely, I mean, at this point, it's like really difficult to get into. When I go into Crucible, I just go absolutely nuts. At least in original Destiny, I just go into Crucible for fun. But I could see the benefit of it. Personally, I would go with the Frosty simply because I'd rather have more grenades. But I could see the benefit. So I'm not going to say this is a write-off. But then, as I've said before, I highly recommend if you could pick up everything, if you don't have it, and just pick it up. Because, first off, it gives you a Grimoire score, it adds to your Grimoire score, it unlocks the blueprint, you never know. You may not be playing a Hunter right now, but a year from now, you might decide. And you'll have the blueprint unlocked, so you'll easily able to reclaim it from the kiosk, which, you know what, I'll show you where the kiosks are. Next, we have the Ram for the Warlock. Gain increased armor, and all Voidwalker melee attacks trigger lifesteal on hit. Now, first off, like I said, I don't see how you can run around with that on your head. I think the standard should be, if it makes the Corpus helmet if it's bulkier than the Corpus helmet. Because, I mean, the Corpus helmet, to a degree, actually works. I mean, yeah. Anyway, just, if your helmet is bulkier than the Corpus, which, let's put that's like the top tier of, like, the maximum in bulk that you should really go for. This is just ridiculously bulky to me. Who wants to run around with two massive horns sticking out of their head? I'm just saying, seems kind of, I don't know. But I have not played Voidwalker as a Warlock, I will admit. So I'm not an expert on this. I've heard good things about it. Honestly, on principle, I wouldn't want to use it because, as I said, it looks ridiculously bulky. I feel when I see Warlocks walking around with this on their heads, they look utterly ridiculous. It's like, you want me to believe that you're walking around with this on your head? You're not, like, knocking into walls, like, ceilings and stuff. You know, you just crawling around, and this thing must be getting in your way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it just really strikes me as being ridiculously bulky. Not a fan of it. But I know it's a decent one to have, and I guess there are reasons to use it. It's just... Then we have Zhalo Supercell, which everyone at this point knows. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. They haven't... I don't care. I know Risk Runner is similar, but it is not Zhalo Supercell. For one thing, Zhalo Supercell looks definitely way cooler than Risk Runner, especially when you put one of the... Which one of the ornaments is the really... This one. That is a sweet-looking ornament, Shock Hazard, and that is a sweet-looking weapon. And I like Zhalo Supercell. Zhalo Supercell is a primary weapon with arc burn. So that is a good thing to have. It is a primary weapon with an element, because you don't have a lot of them in original Destiny. Mostly they are raid weapons. There are very few that you can actually buy from Xur that are primary with an elemental burn. Arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together, which is awesome. And double kills with this weapon charge a small amount of super energy and return ammo to the magazine. Excuse me. My allergies are acting up. I like Zhalo Supercell. I highly recommend it. Just for those times when you have arc burn and you want to have as many arc weapons as possible, this is great to have. And then on the rare chance where you get arc burn and primary weapon advantage, this will like melt enemies. So highly recommend Zhalo Supercell. If you don't have it, Get it. Then you have the Mida Multi-Tool with Special Ops. I like Mida. I think it's a decent weapon. This is one of the few times where you will find me admitting that the Destiny 2 exotic is better. Now, why? Because I like the Mida Multi, using it with the Mida Mini as the secondary does give you a noticeable speed boost. So, I do like the Mida Multi in Destiny 2, but I do like this in Destiny 1 as well. It's a decent scout rifle. I like it. I like the rate of fire. I don't feel it's too slow. And what was the ornament again? You're getting it with Special Ops, which is the ornament I have on mine, which is the cool ornament. Come on. That just looks cool. That just looks cool. Seriously, look at that. You definitely want this, right? This is just sweet. Now, without the ornament, it looks like that, which looks pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, but that's just a work of art. That's just awesome. Yeah. I did see a YouTuber who was going over Destiny 2 weapons, who's an actual, like, weapon expert, and it was hilarious because at times he's like, why is this even attached? This doesn't make any sense. He's like, I can't remember. It's just stuff like, why is there 2 scopes? And he's like, that doesn't make sense at all. It was just brilliant to watch, where he's like just going over the weapons in Destiny and being like, but on other points, he did say this makes sense. So it was really interesting. So you have what I like. So I like the rate of fire and the impact. As you can see, it's not a ridiculously slow scout rifle. It is a scout rifle, but it's not ridiculously slow like some scout rifles. And it has a decent impact. So that's why I like the Mida, because I feel it has punch, but it's not too slow. So if I want to use a scout, this is when I would use this. And yeah, primarily this. Also because I don't have hung jury. Yeah. Third eye. So this one does have third eye, which I'm not a big fan of third eye. I will admit. I don't see... I can see the benefit of third eye in Crucible, but honestly, in PvE... not that big a deal. I can see some advantages to it, but I'm not like running after weapons with third eye. But then you have lightweight, well, quick draw, whatever. No, I'm just so you have third eye, but then you have this weapon boosts move speed and fires on a hair trigger. So it basically boosts speed. I think the main advantage to this, there is a boosted speed, which is noticeable, but honestly, it's the rate of... I like the feel of the weapon. I like the rate of fire and the impact. So that's why I like Mida. And, again, it looks sweet. I mean, come on. It just looks sweet. Even though it's like... yeah, it looks awesome. You know, this is one of those weapons, if you'd be like, hey, cat, you want some Destiny weapon replicas to hang up? I'd want this one. Also, the Ace of Spades. Also, definitely the Ace of Spades. Because I love the Ace of Spades. Anyway, in addition to the Mida Multi-Tool, you have the Telesto and Lingering Vestige. I think Lingering Vestige is the cool one. Yes, it is. So you're getting Telesto with the kick-ass ornament. Look at that beauty. Look at it. It just looks sweet. Anyway, Telesto is actually pretty cool. I've used it recently. I haven't used it that much because... I tend to favor exotics in my primary slot, but I did use it and I do like it. See, unplanned reprieve fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast, which is really, really sweet. So I should be using it a bit more. You know what? I might use it a bit more. I like it. I won't use it in Challenge of the Elders because Challenge of the Elders has exposure, but you know what? I used it recently. You can see I started to unlock it. I've been, in the last couple of months, I've been using more fusion rifles in Destiny. I used to never use fusion rifles in Destiny because I hated the pause. We have to wait for the weapon to charge, but now I've gotten used to it because I've been using them so much, and I like the power behind a fusion rifle that you could just sometimes just one-shot something. You don't even have to aim. Oftentimes you can just one-shot and they're gone. They get vaporized. So I've been using a lot more fusion rifles in original Destiny. So you get fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast, which is cool. And you have Harbinger Spark. Multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. That's the other reason I'm not too keen. That's the other issues. Again, orbs in original Destiny are not like orbs in Destiny 2. If you are by yourself, you're not going to spawn. I call them guardian droppings. Guardian droppings. Come on, they're balls of light that you drop. So they're like Guardian poop. I don't know. Apparently the Corpus have recycle systems, because I was reading, there's a character named, and he mentions that his suit's recycle system. So basically they poop in their pants. And then it gets recycled into their suit, probably to power their suit. So, they don't have to go to the bathroom. That's nice to know. Anyway, but that aside, like I said, I call it just Guardian droppings. Okay? Wonder what happens if, like, a cat picks up an orb. Do they start pooping orbs of light? Anyway, that aside. Harbinger Spark, that's to say, Harbinger Spark is useless if you're not in a fire team. In original Destiny, this is useless unless you're in a fire team. Or if you're doing stuff with other people. So, for example, recently I was doing Archon's Forge. And there were orbs of light everywhere. Which, by the way, there were a lot of people in Archon's Forge. Not a lot of people, all right? Originally, it was me and another person. But eventually, we were actually joined by a second person. So, there's 3 of us in Archon's Forge. And, as I've said, Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, you will get matched with people. So more people are playing original Destiny. My goal is to get more people playing original Destiny than Destiny 2. Anyway, as I said, this is Lingering Vestige. This is what it looks like without it. Boring. Dull. Ugh. Why would you want that on your shelf? No, I would be embarrassed to run around the tower with this. And I'm not really a fashion frame no, that's Warframe. Fashion frame is Warframe. I don't know what you call fashion guardian. I don't see the fashion in Destiny as much as Warframe. I'm not a fashion frame person, so Guardian, Destiny, fashion, really. Look, anyway, just first off, Lingering Vestige, that's the ornament you get. It's beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. Look, as long as it looks practical, I'm good for it. So, like I said, I don't like the RAM, simply because to me, that is so impractical. I think the only thing that really matters to me are cloaks. And I like stuff like this one here with the Vanguard, the Hunter logo on it. I like ones with the Vanguard logo on it. Especially in original Destiny, they had a lot of really cool cloaks. But in Destiny 2, my Guardian has been wearing the same armor for a very long time. But, I mean, that's a nice cloak. That's a nice cloak. But I really, really like the gray with the Hunter logo on it. I don't like torn cloaks. So that I'm not really a fashion frame person. Anyway, or the Destiny equivalent of fashion frame. Even in Warframe, I am not a fashion frame person. The only thing I want is the stupid Corpus haircut and facial hair pattern. That's all I want. Okay? And they're never going to give it to us. You know they're never going to give it to us because they always do everything Grenier related. Everything is Grenier related. But I want the Corpus haircut. The strip of hair on the top of their head and the squares on their face. That's hair. And the parallel lines in the middle of their forehead. That's all I want. But when it comes down to it, most of my Warframes are basic. The only thing they'll have on them, is the Corpus Hydana with the basically the Corpus cloak with the Corpus logo on it. That's about it. So I'm even less fashion focused in Destiny than Warframe. All that matters is if it's practical. That's primarily what matters. So I mean, I'm wearing Future War Cult gear simply because it's practical. I don't want anything fancy because when you're running around killing stuff. Anyway, I'm babbling like an idiot. Now, before I head out, I will show you where the kiosks are. Every now and then I go back and I'll show something that, in case there are new people who don't know, to remind people. Which, by the way, I do have so this is, like I said, someone was mentioning Silver Dust. Treasure of Ages boxes will give you Silver Dust. See, I got Silver Dust and an ornament. And these you cannot dismantle. So the best way to deal with these is I'm going to use it right now and I'm logging off. And when I log in again, it'll be done. Because sometimes I just don't want to deal with them. But you can't dismantle them. You can either put them in your vault or use them. So if you don't want to use it, you can use it before you log out. So by the time you log in again, the cosmetic is done. Ornaments, when you dismantle them, are worth, so Dragon's Bane, whatever. are worth like 5. Yeah, see, 5 silver dust. And then you go, okay, yeah, see. The frustrating thing is the fact that you cannot dismantle them. And it's not like they have any reason to, financial reason, because there's no way to increase your space. You can't like, it's not like stash space in PoE. So this is where you go for silver dust. This is the silver dust store. So you can pick up ornaments and all that stuff, right? These things here, ornaments. So this is the silver dust store. And this is, I'll show you the kiosks for exotics. So this is why I recommend everybody pick up exotics, because even if you dismantle it, you still have the blueprint for it. So if you dismantle the exotic, you come here, for here, so there's the Vanguard, you have the exotic weapon blueprints. If you have it unlocked, which I will admit I am missing a lot of raid weapons, but if you have it unlocked, like over here I have Hawkmoon, I can pick it up because I have it already. I have the last word. I have the first curse. These are all weapons that I already have. So because I have them, even if I dismantle it, so even if I were on some crazy, insane, suddenly dismantle necrochasm, I can reclaim it. Now, I won't reclaim it at 400 light. I can infuse it, but you can reclaim it. So, oh wait, I might not have it. I thought I had it, Hawkmoon. These are all the year one, most of the legacy ones. Yeah, these are legacy. Current are the ones that can go up to 400. Legacy can't go up to 400. So yeah, this is what you do for, oh wait, no, I do have the thorn. I remember it was difficult to get, but I do have the thorn. I wasn't sure, but I definitely, yeah, I do have the thorn. And then over here you have armor. Now it's based on what character you're playing. So for me, you'll only see Hunter. This is all the Hunter exotics. I actually have them all unlocked. Yes. If you are a Warlock, it will show you the Warlock armor blueprints. And if you are a Titan, it will show you the Titan ones. And you can, again, dismantle it and reclaim it. That's why, again, I keep recommending people just pick them up. And, you know, if you change your mind, dismantle it, and you can come back. And when you dismantle it, you will get an exotic shard. So you notice the cost is an exotic shard. Technically, you would need 2, because you need 1 to reclaim it, and then you need another one to infuse it, because you need an exotic shard to infuse an exotic. So you want to bring this Tarantella to 400, you need a 400 piece legendary, and you need an exotic shard, which you can buy exotic shards from Zur. He does sell exotic shards. Anyway, I think for strange coins, I can't remember exactly how many, but you can buy them. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I still need to work on that legendary armor stuff. It's just, it takes a very long time. And now it's like, I have to figure out how to do it for the Titan and the Warlock. I might have to switch consoles, because I have a Titan on Xbox and I have a Warlock on PlayStation, because I wanted more than one Hunter. So I'm like, okay, as long as I have one Warlock, but really I should one of each on each console. Cool. Hope to see you in the tower.